Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 428. I want to make sure my microphone was on. I set the wrong alarm this morning. Set the wrong alarm this morning, so that's why I'm a couple minutes late. I also went out, did bar trivia last night. So I got home around the time I'm getting ready for bed. So my internal clock was a little off, and I keep thinking today's Thursday. Normally we play bar trivia on Wednesdays, but the league trivia is no longer. So now it's like Tuesday or Thursday. So it really throws my week off because for like 4 years I was so used to we played Wednesday night was trivia night. So what's up, Jenny? Good morning. Thought you were gonna say you went and did trivia this morning. Gonna say, wow, you were up early. No morning trivia. I was snoozing, set the wrong alarm, and woke up and the wake, like, what time is it? It's dark now. And so I looked and oh crap, this is my late alarm. Zach says, good morning. Ordered from your store this morning. Bet you can't guess which order. Oh, nice. So I did see, I think the Richard Dent sold. So I assume that was you. So thank you. Brad, what's up? Texas Card Dude in the house. Well, let's talk about bar trivia, and then I'll go into what I did yesterday in my eBay store. So bar trivia last night, it was just me and my friend Zach. And it's funny. So Zach, Trivia Zach, and Chat Zach, both kind of got back into the hobby during COVID. Now, Zach from Trivia, he is like flash in the pan. I'm bored, stuck in the house, gonna pull some cards out. And he would, like, on Facebook, he would show like card of the day for a couple months during COVID. And then it was just like, oh, put them back in the closet and get them out in 30 years type of thing. And then we have Chat Zach, who's still with us, which is awesome, and still in the hobby, introducing Porter to the hobby. So we have a lot of that. And so that's where we're seeing, a slower dip, like in the hobby, because a lot of people got in at the, during the peaks during COVID, and it was in and out. But then we have others that got in and they've stayed in, which is awesome. So, I still think, the peak was the peak, and it's gone. And I don't think it's coming back for another 30 years. Overall, it's good because, we were here, the hobby was here, and then all of a sudden it spiked to like so many people. And a lot of those people have come back, but we're here, if that makes any sense. The other Zach is known as the poor man Zach. That's right. So it was just the two of us playing trivia. There's only 12 or 14 teams last night, which is kind of low. Usually there's over 20, usually around 21, 22 teams that play in this bar trivia. So it's just two of us, and we rolled in the first half. The first half, we were alone in sole possession of first place. Just the two of us. Sole possession of first place at halftime. We get all 8 questions at halftime. It was mix and match, the board games to like Spinner, which was life, marbles, which was stay alive, sorry, which was cards, and one other one I can't remember. We got all 8 points. So we had 35 out of 37 points possible. I think that's how it works. Yeah, 37, 35. We missed 2 1-point questions in the first half. Then the second half starts. And the question was, in 1999, this pitcher was elected to the Hall of Fame despite 292 losses and like a 52% winning percentage. I'm doing the math. I'm like, right off the bat, I'm thinking Nolan Ryan, because that's like there's a lot of boo birds that don't think Nolan Ryan should be in the Hall of Fame because of those stats. And I'm like, it's got to be Nolan Ryan. Let me do the math. 94 kind of works. I couldn't remember what year he retired, but it's got to be Nolan Ryan. And then there was a bonus point. There were bonus points attached to this trivia question. 4 bonus points. Which 4 teams did this pitcher play for? And I'm thinking, all of a sudden, I'm doing the math. Oh, I know exactly who it is. It is Nolan Ryan. New York Mets, California Angels, Houston Astros, Texas Rangers. The answer, Nolan Ryan, and those 4 teams, 10 points. We're now at what, 45 out of 47 points, and we are cruising. And then all of a sudden we miss like 6 questions in a row. We get to the final question. We dropped, so we were in sole possession of first place, then went 10 for 10, and then we slid in the back end. We were in 5th place going to the final question. The final question, you have 15 points that you can wage. You can bet all 15. You can get creative and go 5 or 7 or 9, or you can bet 0 if you're sitting pretty, don't know the answer. And the question was a 1-answer question. Those suck. Those are the toughest. Because at least when it's like, usually it's like, put these events in order, from when they happened. And I'm just going to throw out like a easy one, like Revolutionary War, Civil War, World War II, Vietnam. And so you put those in order, and it's like, it's much, much more difficult than those, but you get my drift. So the final question, we bet all 15 because we were down. I think we were down 15. I think we were down 15 points. I think we had, does that make sense? No, that math doesn't add up. But I think we were 15 points down going into the final question. The final question, 1-word answer was, which country in Africa has the most, borders the most countries? Think about that. Okay. So initially we hear that question and it's like, oh, SHIT, what the heck? That's a tough question. Which country in Africa borders the most countries? So think about that for a second. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. So, Gaylord Perry. Nope, it was Nolan Ryan. eBay sales are slow lately. Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about that. Low Roller says, how was your Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday sale on eBay? I'll touch on that. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Not Zimbabwe. Nope, not Zimbabwe. He did those stats in a previous episode. Yeah, I did some stats. So the answer, my thought, was Ethiopia. Because I think Ethiopia is kind of long. So it's like, okay, I bet if the others are like square countries, it's got to be like Ethiopia. So the answer, Dan got it. But I think there's 2 Congos. So it was the Democratic Republic of Congo. South Africa, that was another one that crossed my mind. Because I know I think it kind of has like it sits at the very bottom, but it has some like curvature. So I thought it was going to be tricky. Democratic Republic of Congo had like not even on my radar, would have never guessed it. I mean, they're probably like all of the countries in, like, I don't know. I can probably only name half of the countries. So I would like name all of the ones I knew, because I wouldn't even have thought of the Democratic Republic of Congo. And I think there's 2 Congos. Let's Google that real quick. Because she did the trivia question asker, did say, so there's the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is formerly Zaire. Okay. So is that different from just Congo? Because I think if you would have just put Congo, that would have been incorrect. I don't know. now I have to look at a map of. So there's okay, so there's Republic of the Congo, which actually borders the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So they've got Angola, Zambia, Burundi, and Rwanda, which are tiny countries, Tanzania, Uganda, South Sudan, the Central African Republic, and then what are these? Oh, and then Republic of the Congo. So yeah. So that was the answer. But I wasn't positive, just a guess. That was a good guess. I'm hoping to make it out to one of your shows, get away from Chicago for a day. That would be awesome. January 29th is our next show. Hopefully there's not terrible weather. So I did buy some Black Friday stuff. What's up, Herman? Good morning. And I talked about it, and I probably shared what I was looking at, because on the Friday episode, you can go back. I don't know which episode number that was, but I went to each of the three big websites: Blowout Cards, Dave and Adams, and Steel City. Kind of went over what their Friday deals were. I said I was going to get off the stream and go buy the 2014 update mega boxes. I did not, and here's why: because I had actually bought some of this stuff on Thursday night. So what I ordered from Black Friday sales was actually on Thanksgiving night. I didn't buy anything on Friday. So I that 70s card show. I'm sensing a little hair product in use. Ever get any on the cards? No, this is actually just like putty. And for some reason it looks really shiny this morning. I don't know why. But it's supposed to have like a matte finish. DR, good morning all. On my way to my first day at a new job. Glad I will get to have Bo with me for the ride in. That's awesome. DR, congrats, and have a great day on day one today. So the reason I didn't buy the 2014 update mega boxes, I was going to buy a bunch. They were $200. Yes, they sell for like 350. But there are some that are I didn't want to sink that much money into it. I'm in month 2 of starting this business. I don't want to sink all my money into inventory that I'm sitting on, stale inventory, even though in 3-4 months I'm probably going to regret it, because I think those boxes will do I think they'll go up to 500 or 600 by next year and double my money? No, but I do think they'll be solid $400 boxes in a few months. Right now, there's some on eBay at like $335, but a lot of that is because they're on sale for $200. So people are dropping prices in eBay. So it was just one of those. I don't want to drop a lot of money month 2 of my business on stale inventory. I'm already sitting on like 16 Bowman mega boxes, 16 Bowman Chrome mega boxes. Now, a lot of that was purchased before I went and started my business. So I did buy, I had already bought a bunch of other stuff on Thanksgiving night. So I bought, since I'm showing it, these are retail boxes, 2020 Topps Update. And you're asking yourself, why in the hell would you buy 2020 Topps Update? It's a garbage product. There's garbage rookies. Sorry, I don't mean to offend. But really, it's a weak rookie class, but it was $50 per retail box. And you never know. And that's why it's on sale, because nobody wants it. But it's Topps Update. So the rookies aren't in factory sets, team sets, and all that. So that's why Update has a premium on rookie cards. Like a Series 1 rookie is not going to reach, of a superstar. If you see superstar rookies, it's like, why is this not worth more? When you see the Trouts and the Mookie Betts and some of those other Update rookies, that's why, because there's just more of them. So there's more there's more supply than demand, or you get it. So 2020 Topps Update, $50 a retail box. I bought 5. It's just going to be a sit. It's just going to be a sit on my shelf. It might be 3 years later. It might be 2024. And there may be a player or two that really spike in the next 3 years. And all of a sudden, this is an in-demand product, and it could go up. It might stay a weak class because of 2020 being a weird year. Not just in baseball, but in life. So that was what I bought. I picked up 5. I was going to buy more, but it's like, again, stale inventory. And this is more of a gamble. No, this is a what if. This is a long-term hold. This isn't something that I'll try to flip in April. This is more of a, let's just set it on the shelf, set it and forget it. So I didn't want to sink too much money into it. So I bought 5 boxes. And we'll let it sit. The other was, I'm not going to bring it over because they actually sent me a sealed case, which I'm very happy with. And I ordered these from Steel City. What I bought was 12 Heritage Miners hobby boxes, 12 boxes from this year, 2021. They were like $50 a box. So I bought 12, and they were single boxes. So I expected to probably get 12 boxes. But they sent a sealed case. Sometimes they do that, sometimes they don't. To get a sealed case, I'm happy for 2 reasons. It's a sealed case, number 1. B, it prevents me from wanting if it's because it's just where is it? Where'd it go? It just said there's a sticker, the 2021 Topps Heritage Miners, and it's a brown box. But if I have 12 Heritage Miners boxes laying on a shelf, it's like, hey, I've got 12. I'm going to rip one. I got 11. I'm going to rip another one. So it prevents me, because I love ripping wax. So it prevents me from breaking that seal and opening some of the boxes. 2020 update, there's really nothing in here that makes me want to open it, so I won't have a hard time. The Bowman that's sitting up there, that's a little trickier. That's I have to hide that from myself because I want to open those. So that's what I picked up on Black Friday, fast delivery in Steel City. Bo just wakes up and jumps out of bed. His hairstyle's that way on the jump out, all natural. Let's see. Herman picked up the 2 boxes of Mosaic. Awesome. Herman was talking about that on his show on Monday night. Jenny's in on the Twins. I'd be in on the Cubs. Let's see. What's up, Jeremy? Good morning. What box is 300 update? Yeah, Jenny, it's the 2014 Topps Update Mega Boxes, which were $15 at retail. Now, the Black Friday special is $200. But that's a great deal because they sell. The last couple sales have been $350 on eBay. So that's why I want, it's a good flip. Jeremy said, I pulled a 1 of 1 Ohtani out of 2020 update. Boring card, but still 1 of 1 nonetheless. Well, I'm not looking for that card now. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Absolutely. Amazon and Apple were weak stocks once. Hey, that's true. That is very true. Low Roller says, do you sell all your common cards are not superstars and just bench players on eBay? You just sell them $1.99 each since people will buy it for complete sets. No, I cherry pick. My inventory is mainly stars. If it's a common player, it's got to be like serial numbered. Sometimes if it's a quirky card, I'll put it on eBay for like $1.50 or whatever, like the 85 Topps Gary Pettis, which I actually sold like 25 of them in the last year and a half for $1.50 each. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, I sold the rest I had in my inventory. I had like 12 or 13. Somebody came in and bought them all. So those are some of the quirky. I'll throw out like some Greg Jeffries 89 Topps, and they actually sell for $1. It's kind of crazy. Kevin Moss move. Greg Jeffries still has that nostalgia, I think. Kevin Moss, I think it was so quick with Kess that his don't move. Tim Couch sells for some reason. I move a lot of Tim Couch cards. What makes 2014 boxes so expensive? Mookie Betts and Jacob deGrom. So their rookie cards are in 2014 update. It's the mega boxes. So you get, I think it's 5 regular packs plus 2 chrome packs. And the odd, there's only, I think the chrome checklist is only like 50. So you've got really good odds at pulling, one or the other. And those cards, I think a Mookie Betts raw sells for around 200. 2014 update is what I started with ripping. I can't tell you how much I ripped of that. Hey, I was buying 2014 update mega boxes on Black Friday sales for 25, $30 a couple years ago. Now they're 200 and selling for um I need to find the 1 million Matt Noakes guy, right? Don't we all? Hey, there's a Tim Wallach guy. There's a Tim Wallach collector. Um so yeah, let's see. Fall Creek says eBay sales are really slow lately. You know, I've noticed that. So yesterday I listed around 150 cards in my eBay store. I did 400 on Monday. I want to try to get at least 100 per day because I can whip out 100 in pretty much no time. I just have to have them like prepped, like ready to you know what the pricing is because that'll slow me down. You know, if I know I'm going to price everything at $1.50, boom, I can whip them out really quick. So I did kind of, I did three of the major sports yesterday. I think I started with basketball. I did some 89 NBA hoops, and some 90 Fleer, and those were from the bargain box buy from my show on Saturday, that I have the video on. You can watch. So I listed a lot of those. So that was my basketball update. I think I listed like 50. There were 50 cards there, but some had volume. I think there were like 12 Dennis Rodman's 89 hoops. And then I did football update. Maybe it was just football and basketball because baseball I started, but I'm going to continue today. And then football was a lot of the Topps Gold, from 93 Topps. So I listed a lot of those. And I've sold quite a few of the Topps Gold. Well, not quite a few, but like 5 or 6, a handful. Today there's some baseball from another bargain box the other box that I picked up in the trade with a vendor from Saturday. So I'll be listing some of those today. So try to get 100 to 200 listings in today as well. My goal is for by my 1 year anniversary of my business, which technically is October 15th, 50,000 eBay store listings. 50,000 eBay store listings by October 15th, 2022. So that's the goal. You know, I'll have to list 1,500 a week, 2,000 a week, to account for, sales. Do the math. 11. We have 11 months, so what's that? 48 weeks. I've got 7,000 in there, but there's going to be sales along the way. So I think 1,500. I think I might be safe in listing and reach that mark. So totally doable. So we'll see. Again, the prep, it's the actual listing is not the time consuming part. The time consuming part is, and so it's like, what am I going to list? I try to make it, baseball, if I could just copy and paste, if I have a stack of like 71 Topps baseball, I can whip those out in no time because it's just, I copy and paste almost everything. The only thing I change is the item title, the name, and the team. But if it's just a random stack of cards, I'm changing the year, I'm changing the product, I'm changing the price. So it's not just a copy and paste. So today baseball is going to be added into my eBay store. That's what a majority of my stuff is. I'm just trying to list football and basketball because that's all in season. Let's see. Back to the chat. I packed Pulky SP from 2014 update. $100 that year, and I bet you were happy with that. You were probably ecstatic about $100 sale. Do you sell racing cards, other sports? I do. It's a very small percentage. Basically, no. I mean, I have maybe out of 7,200 listings, maybe 25 hockey cards. No Pokemon, no Yu-Gi-Oh. A handful, like we're talking 10 or 12 Marvel cards, the original Marvel from 90 or whenever that was. No AEW. I don't even think AEW is out yet. I think that was pushed back again, the AEW Upper Deck set to January. I have quite a few WWE cards, and they actually sell pretty well. A lot of just base, WWE. So that all represents. There's some tennis, some golf, but again, a very small percentage of my eBay store. I would love to hear your thoughts on keeping your eBay cards organized as you scale. That's a never ending not issue, but it is work because I get to the point where, you know, before I started this big scale up, usually it was baseball, it was mostly baseball, and I had some football and basketball in my store. So the football and basketball were just in like they took up 2 rows of a monster box. So it didn't really take much time to find when I sold basketball or football. I just go to the football row and pull them out, basketball row. Well, now that I'm adding a bunch of football and basketball, it's like, okay, well, let's do it because I don't have the knowledge of football and basketball that I do of baseball, where baseball, I know this card's 2013 or 2017. I know what product it is. I know the ins and the outs of baseball. Football and basketball, because I haven't really collected it. I don't acquire much of it until now. So I think it would be tougher to organize my football and basketball by year and product because I just don't have, the quick knowledge. I can't find it quick. Whereas football and basketball I do by last name, and that's kind of, even in baseball, I'll screw up and I'll put some of the Bowman and Top sets from the the 2010s kind of look the same, and it's like, or if it's the mid 90s, for some reason, some of the sets they would put like 96. You always look at like the trademark date, but it's not. And so there's a lot of that. It's like I go to my 1996 pile and it's not in there. Well, let's check the 95. Yep, here it is. So I do miss some stuff in baseball, and I think I would miss a lot in football or basketball. By last name, it's easy, unless there's, I sold a relic, Rodman, and who else was on it? Another player. So, starts with a different last name. So now, what row do I put this in? Do I make a row for doubles and triple cards names, or do I put it in the superstar name? And right now, I would put it in the Rodman pile because that's kind of how I market it. It's a Rodman card. So it's a never-ending process of, as more cards come in, like with my football already, there's in basketball, there's, I pumped a lot of like DeAndre Hunters in my in my store for basketball. So my H's, there's a ton of H's. So I have to go through the DeAndre Hunters. So now it's almost like, do I create more? Do I do kind of like the card catalog in the library? Do I do AA, AE, AI, AU, HA, HI? And I'll probably do that because, again, I don't have that knowledge with football and basketball sets, that it'll be easier for me and how my brain works to get those organized by player last name. But that won't work for baseball. I think it'll slow me down because I just have that. I just know what sets those are, and I can just easily go to them. Now, there's going to be some, if there's like 2019 Bowman where it almost takes up an entire row, and it takes some time. If I sell a Gray Kessinger first Bowman, I sold some George Kirby's this morning, so I've got to go through a huge pile of 2019 Bowman to find the George Kirby's. They should all be in the same spot. So now it's like, do I break this down 2019 Bowman by name? And I think that's a great that's a great question, and it makes me think, how am I going to do this? And I'm kind of thinking out loud, how am I going to, because yes, when I get to 50,000 is going to take up, a lot more space than my 7,200 listings, which is actually probably 12,000-ish cards, maybe 15,000, just because there's a lot of listings that are volume, the bulk. So that's a great question. And it is something in fact, I had to buy new labels for my label maker, which what I use. And so so for baseball, not everything is by product. Like 2014, I only have a small pile like this of cards from 2014. So I just use here. But we get into like, I think 2018 is when it starts, when I have a huge amount, then I break it down 2018 by product, Topps Chrome. So yes, that's something that I do need to think of now that I continue to add hundreds and hundreds a day. How am I going to keep it organized so it's not so time consuming to find cards? Um, let's see. Jenny says, very happy with the $100 sale. As a low end collector, that got me a bunch of bulk. Absolutely. Never an opportunity to succeed. My eBay listed cards have always been in a 400 count box. Just after 5.5 years on eBay, outgrew that box. Going to need up to a 2-row box. That's how we all started. It all starts with, I think my initial, when I was selling on eBay back in, when I lived in when we lived in our last house, I think it was in like an 800 count box, 500 count box. It's like, here, this is my eBay box. Cause I just didn't sell much on eBay. And then I just kind of casually grew, and then it went into a 4 box, and then a second one. That's how it all starts. My TCDB inserts sorted by card number. I think, did Fall Creek ask a question? Talking about eBay sales being slow. So yeah, eBay sales are going to be super slow the next. It sucks, but it is what it's expected. Like I add more and more cards in my sale. It's like the cards I list are going here. Sales are just going just like barely going up. But it's November. We're going into it's December. It's December 1st. Wow. It's December 1st. Expect another month of slow eBay sales. It's going to be like this for another month, maybe 6 weeks, and then hopefully by mid-January we'll start to see, especially if you're moving baseball will start to move the needle. Fingers crossed, because today's the last day of the we'll have a lockout tomorrow. So man, a lot of movement in baseball. I'm bummed. Javi Baez signed with the Tigers. I kind of, the writing was on the wall that the Cubs weren't gonna offer him a contract, and so he's going to Detroit. Hey, at least he's not in the National League. So he's in the American League, but that's a bummer. Low Roller says, do you separate your box for eBay only and card for card show only? You wouldn't for missing cards on eBay. Oh yeah, absolutely. So all of these eBay boxes, those are eBay only. A lot, like right now, a lot of my card show quarter cards are in my car still. I'll be bringing them in just because my next card show isn't until the second week of January. So I've got another month, 6 weeks before my next card show. But like last month, my card show inventory sat in my car for a month. Just it's easier than hauling 16 or 18 5-row, 4-row, and 5-row boxes in and out of the house. But I'll eventually get those out and have to take them back out. So yeah, my card show inventory is card show inventory. My eBay store inventory is strictly eBay store. There's no I don't cross anything. Actually, I take that back. I crossed a couple. I tried to sell some slabs, some basketball rookie prism slabs at the last card show. A few of those are listed on eBay. They're not moving. They didn't move. I am so happy I didn't grade cards, because people are getting their stuff back and realizing that it's not even worth the price that it cost them to grade. So I had bought some Tatis slabs back during the peak, like right before the season started. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh man, what if started entering my head. So I got rid of them, and I may have made a few bucks. Like it was, I lost money on one card, but I made money on the other 3. And now I'm looking back, and it's like, if I would have held on to those, I would have taken a bath. Like I would have lost probably, I think I spent $400 or $500 on them. And right now they only sell for 100, collective, and I was able to make back my 400 or 500 back, several months ago. If your sports cards, well, people steal your sports cards, it's very dangerous. I mean, I have quarter cards, and so I walk away from my card show booth all the time. And my thought is, if they want to steal 25-cent cards, really? So, if you left them in your car, well, I lock my car. So, if they want to, if they want to steal a bunch of 25-cent cards out of my car, they're going to have to break the window. And they're going to have to carry, they're heavy. So it's not like there's a 52 Mickey Mantle sitting on the seat, or, a wallet, or, something that's easy. So I don't think my monster boxes of common cards, not that they know they're common cards, there could be 52, 53 commons in there, but there's not. They would have to put some work into stealing those cards, and I don't think that's something they would want to do. So I'm not worried about it. And I'm not worried about walking away from my booth at my card show. We always, as vendors and dealers at shows, you do have to be cognizant and watch your cards. I would not have the same thoughts if I had slabs on my table, or if I had higher end stuff, boxes, packs, but I don't. I have 25-cent cards, and if somebody wants to swipe some, that's really crappy, but I'm not gonna sweat it. So, and I kind of like that. It's like I don't want to have that stress, and that's why I sell everything else on eBay. It's like I don't want to have that stress of making sure my cards, there's not theft going on. If they stole the cards from your car, they do you a favor, because you'd claim for the actual value on the book. Not really, because I think you have to have them, like, you have to show proof of the what you actually had. You can't just say this is what I had. I had CDs stolen, and this is 20 years ago. It was around Christmas. So I had a Dodge Avenger with a really nice, like, stereo, and I worked my butt off in high school and in college to afford all this. And I had a removable, like, when they first came out, these were like top of the line fancy stereos with the removable faceplate, and it was like all black, like you couldn't tell. It was really nice. And I had like a book of one of those big binders of 100 CDs in the back seat. I had a couple of those, and then we were in this like nightclub, and there was a bunch of us. I think it was Christmas break. So we all went down. The club was called Stars and Stripes in Davenport, Iowa. And so we went there, and we come out, and my passenger, I think it was my passenger side window, was completely shattered, busted out, glass all over the floor, glass all over the inside of my car. Stereo was ripped out. My friend brought a police scanner, radar scanner, that was stolen. All of my CDs were stolen. Our coats were stolen. It was in Davenport to my hometown was 45-minute drive, and it's December 22nd. It's very cold, and when you have one busted out window like this in the car, it was a mess. So the point of the story was my CDs, and claiming to the insurance, they would only like offer $300 because there was no proof that I had the CDs, what the value of the CDs. It was basically like a collectible type deal. So I don't know. I'm sure there's like different riders on your car insurance. But that's what, cause my friend's mom was the insurance agent. And so she was like giving me the education on, okay, this is, I mean, I had, back then CDs were like what, $15 a piece. And I had a lot of them this was like kind of the Napster era. This was probably 2002. So it was like Napster, Kazaa, LimeWire, some of those. So a lot of them were burned CDs. But a lot of them I had bought, from the pre-era, so from the 90s. So, it's like there was a lot of money in CDs, way more than $300 worth, but that's all the insurance company would offer. Jeremy says, I'm shocked that it happened in Davenport, but I'm not. Yeah, I don't even know. I know Stars and Stripes closed like not long after that, like maybe in 2003, because I remember they had like an all you can drink special. Like you paid like a $50 cover, and then you just drank all the alcohol and whatever they had because they had to get rid of it all. So I remember that because my friends were talking, oh, let's go. I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to go back there. They never found my stuff was recovered. So that was a crappy deal. So I don't even know what I think another club may have gone in there later on. I haven't been in that area in a while. Yep, I never take the keys out of my truck. Wait, you never take the keys out of your truck? So that's what I had for today. Thanks for tuning in. I think Brad's going to be, I saw Brad's, the teaser. So Brad's going to be going live. So check that out on Texas Card Dude channel. Hobby Hotline was last night. I'm going to watch the replay. I was at trivia. So check that out. Country Living. In the yard. Yep. Never take the keys out of the truck in the yard. Yeah. So can't do that here. Working on it now. So Brad's going to be live. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great, where are we at now? It's Wednesday. Have a great Wednesday. And